G'day guys, this is Captain Noob here today with another wacky weapon. This here is the Minigun assault rifle. Basically a minigun barrel on the assault rifle body and everything else. So let's get into the attachments here. So we've got the rapid automatic receiver. This would give us the best rate of fire out of any automatic receiver we can put on the assault rifle, so obviously it works for that. The minigun accelerated barrel will further increase our rate of fire, and it also gives us the minigun part of the assault rifle. The barrel, however, doesn't actually rotate, it just kind of sits there, which is a shame, but that's the limitations of this mod. Next up, we've got the recoil compensating stock, just from the assault rifle, and this is for recoil control purposes. Quick eject drum mag from the assault rifle, again, that's from the assault rifle, and it'll give us the maximum ammo capacity, which is 80, which is not a bad number for this. And the reflex sight from the assault rifle. I tried experimenting with other sights, but none of them really lined up properly, so we'll stay with the regular assault rifle attachment there. Last but not least, the combat rifle suppressor. I could leave this blank, but the power that the suppressor gives you was too good to pass up, and it's in the middle, so it's not going to interfere with any of the barrels spinning out here, or any of the barrels out here, so it should be fine. Alright, so for the legendary effect, we've got rapid on it, so you probably would have noticed that by reading this, and this will give us even more rate of fire, so we're going to have fire rate of 172, which is well above any usual weapon of the assault rifle variety, so let's get into it. Alrighty, here we are in Gunners Plaza once again, and we'll put the minigun assault rifle to the test against these gunners. Now, we don't have the best damage in the game in terms of base damage, but we can certainly use this weapon's characteristics to our advantage. Not getting totally accurate shots when firing fully automatic, but although this weapon is suppressed and we'll get a bunch of sneak attack criticals if we can lay them on fast enough. Unfortunately, once we're being detected, it's very hard to become undetected, so for this little bit here, the stealth in this will probably be for nothing, so we'll just go ahead and run around like usual. So first thing you notice about using this weapon is obviously the barrels aren't spinning like I said before, but this weapon, despite that, has an incredible rate of fire and completely obliterates these gunners. Okay, so we're back into hidden now because the rest of the gunners probably couldn't hear all the death and destruction from the next room, even though they probably could. We'll go over to this private here, we'll shoot his head. His head explodes, we get a nice sneak attack crit there. Now we'll go around the corner here. We'll probably test it in VATS just a little bit. Yes, we can. We've got them all next to us. Not getting great accuracy out of this VATS shot. So maybe the VATS accuracy in this one is a little on the weak side, but we'll make do with what we got. I'll just pop crits all around just so we guarantee those first couple of hits. Next one should be fine without a crit. And then we'll move on to the other gunners. And the game likes to stutter a bit apparently, so thank you for that. So we get a nice sneak attack crit on that gunner, and we're able to take out, or do a little bit of damage to the legendary gunner, even though I targeted her in VATS, it didn't come up. Very well. We're able to get a bunch of damage on the legendary gunners with our high rate of fire and our high mag capacity. I think she died too. And we don't have to be totally accurate with this thing because we've got a pretty long time to fire, so you can be a little bit lazy with your aim if you feel like it. So we'll continue to shoot these guys here. So it's doing a pretty damn decent job, even though what I'd consider in base damage 90 is sort of underwhelming, but it's surely making it up in its great rate of fire. If you can stay hidden, it'll allow you to add on heaps of sneak attack crits, and it should be a pretty damn powerful weapon if you remain undetected. But the gunners are proving to be a little bit too perceptive for that kind of play today, so we won't see that until a little bit later. We'll switch into third person here, and we'll just gun them down like this. Hopefully we can get a few decent shots on them. Gunners are quite tanky at this little bit here, but even still, we're still doing pretty damn good damage on them. Or maybe not, because I just wasted a whole 80 bullets on him, and yeah, he was laughing at me at that point. So maybe on the base damage side, it's only really that good if you're intending to do any sneak attacks and everything like that. So to get the best use out of this weapon, I would highly recommend the suppressor. But if you're playing on lower difficulties, it shouldn't really matter so much. So there it goes against mobs there. Pretty damn decent. We'll move on to monsters. Alrighty, so it's night time here, and it's probably the most optimal time for this weapon to kill Swan, so we'll go ahead and start engaging him now. Hopefully we're at a range where this weapon won't be too low damage, although it looks like he is kind of resistant to its 90 base damage. So knowing that, we probably just want to back off and keep hitting him with all the sneak attacks we possibly can. Obviously with its high rate of fire, the Furious effect is going to be much better suited to boss combat, but I just wanted to get that rate of fire as high as we possibly can. Looks like we've got a few other enemies according to the compass, so we'll go and clear them out. If they're of the super mutant variety, which they're not, they could detect us, and Swan would by default be detecting us too. But we can take out this Milet pretty easily. He's got no idea where we were. Swan's come around the back here, seeming to get a lot of sneak attack crits on him, even if it's not showing. Got our ammo back from that mag dump, which was pretty neat. Hopefully we can keep up this on him. Looks like he's turned around, and he's all mutated now, which means it's going to hit harder. Important for us to make sure we definitely stay out of his visual range now, or out of line of sight or something. So this one, the minigun assault rifle here, appears to be somewhat of a bullet hose, just a low damage, high rate of fire thing. So normally for this one, for optimum damage, you'd put Furious or maybe Explosive on this thing, and that'll completely make the damage so much better, completely overhaul it. Especially if you're going to do any crowd control with the explosive effect, but hopefully we can drop Swan before he even finds us like we did now. Only took about 500 or so bullets to do that, possibly more, but Swan is dead and we can all relax now. We'll move on to another monster and see how it goes then. Okay, so here we are in Wild Deathclaw territory once again with our now Furious minigun assault rifle. So I've swapped out the rate of fire bonus from the rapid effect and put on the Furious effect with this one, so hopefully we'll be able to bring this damn monster down nice and quick. So let's go ahead and start shooting him now. And while this thing's low base damage does make it a pain to get stacking, we can get a damn good, we can stack nice and quick and finally get that damage up to a acceptable level pretty soon. It's just a matter of making sure we dodge his giant claws, which should be easy once we jump up on this. Yes, and off he goes. Looks like we've got a Deathclaw over here wanting to challenge us. That's what I thought. Okay, so we are running low on bullets. I wonder if we'll have enough to actually finish off this Deathclaw. We shall see. We'll try and get as much damage on the big one as possible. If that little one could bugger off for a bit, that would be good. And now, as he's running away, we can see that we're doing a pretty damn good job on him with our Furious effect on this rifle. So we'll go ahead and keep on shooting him, and that should be it for the Deathclaw. Did it with only a mag and a bit left, so that was lucky. Still another Deathclaw around somewhere. We'll leave the big one here. Wherever that Deathclaw's gone. We might be being harassed by these gunners up here, so looks like we're fading back into caution, so I'm pretty sure we're pretty safe. So there you have it. That was the Furious minigun assault rifle, and that's about it for the minigun assault rifle itself. So pretty damn decent weapon. You can obviously improve this weapon's base damage if you were to maybe put a powerful automatic receiver instead of the rapid one. And obviously the effects, legendary effects such as explosive and Furious will help you in the base damage department or damage over time after consecutive shots. So if you want a weapon like this, be sure to head down to the description below. A mod will be linked for each platform, so you don't have to worry which platform you're on. If you're on console, you've got an enhanced version of the mod that I'm currently using with more customization options for you, so it's lucky you're on a console. Thank you for watching, guys.